Jumping straight into the games then, in this next episode of Blades of Glory. First up, we had MK Dons at home at Bramall Lane, and we really wanted to get quite a few points here. If you remember, we beat them away from home earlier in the season. They were in 11th in the league, which isn't bad, but for a promoted side, we'd expect really to be beating them most of the time. Timon kept his place. He's been playing brilliantly recently, and Coots has been pretty good in midfield. Up top, we went with Castro again just to try and make him actually perform quite well. So let's see how we got on. And the game actually went really well for us. Ortola coming forward in his sweeper role, great ball into Clough, and then Carlos Castro with another quite simple finish, but his second goal for the club. And then in the 23rd minute, he got another goal, this time deflected. Oh no, sorry, that was Coots, that one. But yes, Castro did get another goal. This time actually a very tidy finish. Showing that he has actually got some finishing ability. He isn't just always in the right place at the right time. He's good at finishing as well. They got one back, which was a bit of a sour note for us. Them getting one back and us not keeping a clean sheet. But 4-1, you can't really complain. Another thing that was a little bit annoying about the game was that Turnbull got injured. Says potential knee injury, but I know from this point he was injured for 5 to 7 weeks, which wasn't great. Him being our best player actually this season in terms of the average rating. But overall, we did play very well. We deserved the win. 4-1, probably about right. Maybe they did deserve to score a goal. Bit annoying to concede it, but yeah, great result. The next game was up against Hull, who were actually in 7th place in the league, so they'd crept up from their earlier poor form basically in the league. We brought in a couple of different players, obviously Fleck and Spearing coming in, and Stevens finally back from his injury, came in for Timon, and then we also had Stearman back from his injury, coming into that stopper centre-back position. We actually missed so many chances in this game, but we did finally break through. Brooks with a good ball into Evans. He finished it off. The keeper, I don't know what he was doing there, but 73rd minute we took the lead, and then classically, really, we made it 2-0 very late on. Clough with the goal, Calvert-Lewin coming on. He's always involved in those late goals. So 2-0, relatively comfortable really. They didn't have too many chances on goal. We had a lot of clear-cut chances. I'll just show you this. I don't always show you it, but this game I feel like it's worth saying. We had 5 clear-cut chances, 3 half chances. We really should have. Those were all early in the game as well. We really should have put the game to bed quite early on. They actually came into it after our first goal, but before that they did virtually nothing. So Ched Evans, that's what he is. That's the type of player he's been for us. He's just not scoring. He's getting a lot of chances, but he's not scoring all of them. That's one of the key reasons I brought in Castro, as well as him being younger, to hopefully finish off those chances that Evans often misses, basically. The next game was up against Bristol City, who are labouring down in 21st in the league. But if you remember, they have a couple of good players against us. Jeju or Deju, whatever, up front. He is really good against us. He often plays very well, and he does in this game, I'm sorry to say. Evans comes into the team after his goal. He has got the most assists, actually, and Clough's got the most goals. So it's quite nice to see. Those two are good at combining with each other. Let's see how this one got on. They actually had a penalty in the 50th minute. We missed quite a few good chances before that. I feel like the game could have gone differently if we had taken 1 or 2 of those chances, basically. They made it 2-0. Jeju getting on the score sheet, no surprise there. 68th minute, we did get one back, though. Carlos Castro firing in another one. It's good to see him playing well. He came onto the pitch for Evans, who did miss a number of chances. And really, we were a little bit unlucky with this one to lose out. It evens out over the season. You've got to say, like, there's games where we've won where we possibly shouldn't have won. They won where they shouldn't have won. Disappointing considering they're down in 21st, but away from home, Bristol City are a solid team. Like, it's not a terrible result. Next game was up against a strong Huddersfield side in 9th place in the league. They've still got a few of their better players, Aaron Moy, Jorgensen in the back, who actually I got really confused about this season. In real life, he's got Zanka on the back of his shirt, and he comes up in game as Zanka. That's his nickname. I just thought that was a completely different player. I was like, where is Jorgensen in these teams? I didn't think to click on him. I was watching Huddersfield v Man City on the weekend, and that's when it finally clicked to me that he was Zanka, Matthias Jorgensen. Anyway, Our team, we went with Castro up top again. John Fleck's actually been our best player this season. He's played really, really well. I'd say it's probably our strongest team this season, actually. Spearing's been a bit better than Lundstrom. Carter Vickers, maybe Stearman's been slightly better. And obviously Turnbull was better than O'Connell, but he's our captain and he's injured. So this is pretty much as strong a team as we could put out. And well, before the game, I had to answer in a press conferences questions about David Wagner being under pressure. And well, the fact that he is under pressure really, really showed in this game. We won 3-0. Brooks getting a hat trick and some nice sort of combinations from players like Clough and Castro playing it into him. Good to see Brooks getting in on the goals. He hasn't got a massive amount of goals for us this season or last season. But playing that trequartista role, which we've been doing in the home games, he's really relished it actually in the last few games. Being able to get on the score sheet, I know it's more of a playmaking role than scoring role, but yeah, he did some good passes in the game as well. You can see there assists for Castro and Clough, brilliant stuff. Any combination of those three getting in on the goals is really good to see. And yeah, we deserved to win the game. Didn't have much at all. So yeah, very very good result against one of the relegated Premier League sides. The last game I've got to show you was away against QPR at Loftus Road. We brought in a couple of players to rotate. Daniel Smith, you can't see his name there, but he was on the right side of the defence. And then Vetlison in midfield as well. As they weren't doing that well, we hoped that we could sort of sneak in a couple of our younger players and still get a good result. And actually, Ian Holloway, their manager, had just been sacked before this game, so that arguably made it slightly easier for us as well. Early on, we got a goal in the 5th minute. That wing-back combo, which has happened a few times this season, didn't really happen last season. We've seen it a few times this season, one getting the assist, one getting the goal. Brooks, another goal for him. We went 2-0 up, and I was thinking, oh, brilliant, yes, we're going to smash him this game. We went to our home tactic in this one. We actually didn't go on to our countering, more disciplined kind of stuff in this game because we thought we'd just get the win. We went 3-1 up even after they equalised very early on, still in the 22nd minute. They did have a lot of chances to equalise. Like they had this one in the first half. This was the last of the goals in the game, but in the second half, they were really, really good. They created a lot of chances. Wagner and Nketiah had quite a few chances. You can see there, 3-1. He had a lot of key passes. Wagner played really, really well. Thomas Wagner, I might just have a look at him actually. So I've never heard of him. Is he a young player that I can? Okay, no, he's not a young player, but he's valued at 5 million. So explains something. But Brooks again had a great game for us. This maybe makes up for that Bristol City game where we really were on top. This game we weren't on top. We just got 3 good early goals, and then the rest of the game it was just a case of defending. And we did that well. So it's good to see us doing that, I suppose, and a good result going into the live game. And as always, I thought I'd show you the table after those games. It is looking very, very good for us at the moment. It has improved from earlier in the season. 6 point gap on Reading, who we are playing next. That is a massive game, a 6 pointer. If we win, then I wouldn't say we're home and dry, but we are looking very, very good up there. If we lose, they're catching up to us. Fulham might have a chance to catch up to us a bit, and it's looking a bit more tentative. You know, we've just lost the game. That's not looking great. Otherwise, down the bottom, Birmingham and Oldham still cut away. Blackburn as well, one of the promoted teams, not doing very well. Sheffield Wednesday all the way down there. That is good to see. And actually on this, we can see here, Clough, one of the top scorers. Average rating, we're doing really, really well actually. We just have a bit more of it. Okay, and there's no one else up there, unfortunately. But yeah, brilliant to see those three up the top, especially David Brooks as well, considering last season didn't play that well. Let's get on to the game. I'm going to have to sift through quite a bit because it's international fixtures, so join me in a minute. Okay, so you join me again at the tactics. We're going to go in this game for basically our first team. And I'm just going to show you here. Now I'm just going to swap it to the more defensive away formation against Reading because a draw would not be a bad result at all. You wouldn't say that against second in the league, 6 points behind us. The key thing is for them not to gain any points on us, so a win would be amazing. Fleck was complaining a bit about his game time. To be fair, I should really be giving him more games. He's got a 7.48 rating, which is brilliant for this season. So yeah, he definitely deserves more games, and I'm going to give them to him. So there we go. He comes back into this team. Kartovic is Stearman, O'Connell at the back. Jordan Turnbull is almost back from fitness, but not quite. There we go. You saw just there, Coots is against giving Fleck more games. Basically, the reason why he's happy with my treatment of him is because I went on holiday to get past these games, and every single time I go on holiday, something like this seems to come up, and it annoys the team because someone's not played enough games or whatever, and then I miss it, and then but I did manage to get back and then have a meeting with the players that were um, supportive of him. You can see against there as well, Hugo Vetley unsurprisingly. So the one supporting him, Carlos Castro, which was slightly surprising because considering he's just come into the club. But yeah, that's sorted. We'll play in more games, and then that should resolve itself. And then George Baldock on the right, Timon on the left, spearing alongside John Fleck. They've got a very good partnership, which is great to see. Brooks in the attacking midfield, dropped back from that Trequartista, hopefully continue his good run of form going into this game. So let's see what team they put out. Reading, I don't know how many recognisable players they have. Quite a few actually. Pretty good back line. Luke Ayling there, recognise him. They must have brought him in from Leeds. Lewis Cook on loan from Bournemouth. Really, really good player. Deep line playmaker in that role. Liam Kelly, very good young player. Sonny Aluko. Traore or Torre, Brahma Torre. I've not heard of him, but he looks decent. Roy Barines is their top scorer. So they get a lot of joy down the wide position. So hopefully we can sort of stem the flow there and try and stop them getting any joy down those wings. Alright then, the game kicks off. Unlikely to be a chance here, but let's just see. Luco tries to play it over the top, and there we go. I've still got this screen. I haven't really switched it around at all. I think it's pretty good. As you can see, they're getting a few shots on goal, but they're not really troubling us too much in our own defensive areas. One thing I am concerned about, and it has happened a lot, is just conceding quite an early goal in our away games. We seem to pick ourselves up after that as the ball is through to Anderson, and he hits the post. I thought that was in. Steering cleared it. I think Ortola could have easily just jumped on that, but I'll take it as nothing has happened after that. So yeah, as I was saying, an early goal that we often concede them in the away games, and then we manage to fight our way back. But it's just annoying to concede so many early goals. It doesn't look like one's going to happen there, despite the fact that they've had a lot of shots. They've only had one half chance though, so I mean, it doesn't look great, but that is a key thing to note as Kelly gets it in and Ortola makes a good save by the looks of it, steaming with the clearance again. We will have to change something perhaps in the second half. Let's have a look at the analysis. Tell Timon to ease off tackles. Alright, we're going to say that. I'm not going to tell him to ease off tackles because um, it's on stay on feet anyway, so, I mean, come on. Right, team talk. They've not been playing well, so I'm going to say far from pleased because we should be doing better. We should be putting more pressure on. We should be a bit more in the game than we have been. I would have liked to have seen a highlight for us at least in this first half. Got through to the 67th minute now, and they've just made a couple of changes. So I'm going to take Jay Spearing off because it's a bit dodgy if he's on a yellow card. I think you will agree with me on that. David Brooks not playing well this game. I don't really want to take him off though because he's basically our only very good attacking midfielder. We got Dominic Calvert-Lewin, we got Carruthers, who's just he's not very good anymore. I've just not been playing him. We will take Carlos Castro off, bring on Billy Sharp, bring on a bit of experience, see out the game for us. Still, we've had a couple of half chances actually. They haven't really created much in the second half. It looks like it could fizzle out to a 0-0. There's not been one highlight in the second half. As I said before the game, though, a draw, not bad at all. They don't gain anything on us. We don't really lose our good run of form, considering they're a good side away from home. Drawing is a pretty good result. So unless there is a late goal here, Alexander Guedes knocks it out wide to Bakuna. Good tackle from Timon. He does not need to be told to ease off his tackles, and maybe there's a chance for us. Brooks. Oh, he could really have squared that across to the man in the middle, which would have been Sharp, I guess, at that point. Number 11. Oh no, it was Clough actually. He would have been there. That was a bit annoying actually. I really thought that could be a goal, but anyway, it does end 1-0. Sorry, and yeah, they did have plenty of shots, but if you've seen on the tactics thing, they had one half chance, and that was it. So I'm just going to say you're unlucky because they didn't play badly. Like, they didn't really get many chances. Let's have a look at the table. Let's see what Fulham have done before we go on to the fixtures and just see which game we're going to come back in. So we have 38 games played, 6 points above them. Fulham, I think they must have slipped up again. 12 points now ahead of them with 8 games left. It really, really is getting exciting now. As this is the 18th episode, I'm going to try and just play all these games, and then I'm going to flick through them. I'm going to whiz through them, and then we're going to play the last 2 live games up against Fulham and Swansea, because these 2 could be crucial. Fulham there as well. I'm going to play all of these games, come back, and then play these 2 live, just to show you them, because they're quite crucial. They could be pretty important. If they're not that important, I might just show you the last game. If we've wrapped up the title, I'll show you that. But yeah, until then, thank you for watching and goodbye.